Matt, are you okay, mate? You look a bit cream crackered, mate. You look a bit wasted. You look a bit dead. Dead as a dodo. Oh, dearie me.
Hi guys, welcome back to the channel, and we are talking about sound deadening.
Yes, we want to give a massive thank you and shout out to Dodomat, which is a British sound deadening company. Today's video is the sound deadening installation and unboxing. We're doing the rabbit truck today, but also, well, we want to talk about the products that they have sent us. So what have you got there, Matt?
We have got insulation for the race van.
Yes, this behind us here is Matt's T4 race van. If you haven't checked out any of the videos we've done on that, make sure you go back and have a little watch, so it brings you up to speed with what the situation is with that. But Dodomat have kindly been in touch, and they've sent us some of their thermo liner, which I'm told is a lighter solution, because obviously this is a race van. Yeah, it needs to be lightweight, because you're not having nothing in the back, are you?
No.
There's no seats, there's no kitchen top or anything like that. It's going to be a full race van. So with that knowledge, Dodomat have sent this thermo liner, which we're going to unbox now. Have you got like a knife or something like that? Hey, there we go. So whilst Matt's unboxing that, I'm going to tell you a little bit about it. So this is an easy installation cut and peel. I'm just basically reading the box here. It's got high thermal efficiency. It has the signature noise reduction. It reduces condensation, moisture resistant, and a closed cell foam. It's got strong adhesive, so it makes it a lot easier to install, and it is vehicle safety and fire retardant. This I've never seen this before. Obviously I have used Dodomat's Deaden in previous vehicles, which we'll get to in just a moment. What is this? Automotive Specialist Products. So they've kindly sent us a little pamphlet of all the other things that they include as well in their range of products. They do quite a lot of products. Look at this.
What have we got in here?
Ah, okay, so I'm assuming that this is going to be the roller.
I believe that's cleaner. Is that cleaning stuff?
Dodomat prep spray.
And the roller.
And a roller, a pro metal roller. There you go. Panel degreaser and multi-purpose cleaner. Also says removes old adhesive as well.
Yeah, because look, it's sticky.
Wow, look at that. Do you think that's going to be enough to do the T4? That's quite a lot, isn't it? Yeah. We're going to cover the sound deadening for the T4 in a future video, so stay tuned for that. Let's move on to the Dodomat. Jesus, this is so heavy. The Deaden. So whilst Matt is unboxing the Dodomat Deaden, let me tell you a bit about it. So the Dodomat Deaden provides a lower weight solution for the car/van owner wanting a quieter, smoother drive without adding unnecessary mass. The unique Dodo specification chemistry of the synthetic butyl, whatever that word is, the butyl core.
Not that heavy, is it though?
That's all right.
Yeah.
So key features of the Sound Deaden, obviously it's high grade. Again, that word butyl, correct us in the comments. It's hex embossed aluminium, very soft and flexible for easy installation. 1.8 mil thick with strong adhesive. It stops rattles, vibration and noise, which is absolutely ideal for this truck, obviously, because we've put the PD130 in the truck, and it is a monster, isn't it? It's a beast. Rattles the whole truck, so this will obviously aid towards it. I'm not saying this is going to absolutely cure the whole rattle situation, but
I'd like to do this to the LT, the long wheelbase camper, because of the tyre noise.
Oh really?
It's got like off-road tyres, they're quite noisy.
Right.
When you're on a long journey. I'm used to it because I used to do a lot of off-roading and that.
Yeah.
So these Land Rovers and that, and you get that noise, and it's just one of them things.
Designed in the UK, manufactured in Europe, fully water and oil resistant, which we thought was quite a nice key feature. The sheet size itself, I'm guessing these sheets are 375 mil by 250 mil, 250 mil. There's a whole bunch of information on Dodomat's website, which we will put in the description, so you guys can check out their full range of products. Speaking of full range of products, we've got more. This is the Dodo Super Liner. Now, again, I've used this product in the past when I had the UK Caddy, and this is absolutely phenomenal. This is a 6mm foam material, which is also it's got really strong adhesive, which goes on top of your Sound Deaden, the Hex Deaden. It's moisture resistant. Do you see that? Moisture resistant closed cell foam. Strong self-adhesive layer, reduces condensation, lower noise levels. So if you thought that the Sound Deaden was good, if you put this 6mm foam roller on top, it is so much better.
You can go on the floor or in the roof.
Yes, absolutely.
And if you wanted to go in door panels, if you wanted it to.
I was debating actually putting this in the doors as well.
Yeah, because you'd have enough of it, because look, you got that would do a roof, say. Yeah, you got 2 floors, and you most probably got a bit left to do the doors.
First initial thoughts of seeing the product in person?
Oh, the quality's nice, the finish is nice. It's just, yeah.
I like the fact that on the back of the wrapper, and this might be for all sound deadening products, but these help if you're trying to cut a straight line.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, even the logo in that.
Yeah, I mean, if this was all blank, you'd need a ruler or something,
yeah. But yeah, and the nice thing is, it's lightweight. Lightweight,
very important.
Yeah, I know that's going to put a bit of weight in the vehicle, but for what you're doing.
See a lot of people doing camper van conversions using this sort of stuff as well.
Yeah, yeah, it's very good for camper vans, very good, because there's a couple of camper YouTube channels what I watch, they use it. So yeah, it's a very good product.
So what I'm going to do is, when I head back to the Isle of Wight, I'm going to take some time out and do this properly with plenty of time, take all the bits out, take the dash out, take the seats.
Is that what your Easter weekend thing is?
Quite possibly. So yeah,
it
makes sense to just take everything out and go at my own pace and not mess up and not rush things. So what we're going to do now is we're going to cut to me back home on the island, installing the Dodomat Deaden and the Dodomat Super Liner. So see you in a minute. All right, peeps, this is the sound test with no sound deadening. I feel like I still need to shout. So loud and rattly, isn't it? To make this a fair test, I'm only going round the block in my hometown, so I'm going to be going on the same route after I put the sound deadening in. Also, to make this a fair test, I'm filming this using the iPhone. I'll be using the iPhone again when we do the sound test with the sound deadening in. This concludes the sound test before we put the sound deadening in. I must add that we have already put in a huge sheet of Dodomat Deaden on the roof. So all of this underneath the headliner has already got sound deadening in, but the rest does not. So what we're going to be doing is floors, doors, sides, and just behind here, behind the seats, and of course behind the dash as well, which I've never done before, so this should be good. Okay, so started to take out all the interior of the truck. I'm not sure if this stuff was part of the carpet from factory, but speaking of factory, I decided to get rid of all the old factory sound deadening using a heat gun and a chisel. If you've done this job before, you know how much this job absolutely sucks, but the heat gun really does help. One side done, and then tomorrow we're going to do the other side. That's all the old factory sound deadening up. I'm just going to clean it up. Look at all that. Full bag of it. Look. I thought I'd show you this. So before, this side used to look like that. But what I did is I used some white spirit and some steel wire wool. I don't know if that was the right thing to do, but it works wonders for taking up some of that stubborn just residue that you get underneath the sound deadening from factory. Use a rag to wipe it all up. Now to do the other side. So after cleaning all the floors and painting them with red oxide from Hammerite, I thought I would take off the doors and start laying down some sound deadening whilst waiting for the paint to dry. It looks like we're going to need to clean this area by using some brake cleaner and wire wool. I did use Dodomat's prep spray that they provided as well for good measure. Alright, it's time for the deaden. Looks like I'll be able to use 4 sheets for each door. So what I like to do is peel off the paper about a quarter or half of the sound deadening sheet, and then peel the rest of the paper off when I've got it in the right position that I'm happy with. Now inside the door of these Mark 1s, there's a lot of grooves and shapes, so this may not look as pretty as I thought it would, but no one's going to see it because there's going to be door cards on top of this. Alright, time to use the roller tool that Dodomat provided. This thing is absolutely amazing and we highly recommend you use one of these on your installation. Since the 6mm super liner comes in a roll, I thought it would be best to measure the bottom section of the door. We don't want to waste any product. As you can see, I've cut the super liner into 2 sheets, which makes the installation much easier. I'm using the same technique as before, but don't touch this sticky side of the soup liner. Whatever you do, you'll have this black gunk all over your hands for the rest of the day. Not good. Okay, got a little overlap action going on here, but that's all right. I'm going to use a plastic rubble sack from the hardware store to create my own door membrane to keep the rainwater from damaging the door cards. I have made a video on this which you can check out later. It'll help you save some money, but to save time, we're going to skip over me making the door membrane for now. Making the door membrane is super easy. Like I said, it'll help you save some money. Check out the video a little bit later. Alright, now time to put the door card on and all the bits and pieces. As you can see, these door cards do need some TLC. I have to thank Mr. Walter Poplin for sending me these door cards along with a bunch of other tan interior pieces. Much appreciated. I do need to do something about the hole in the door cards now because we've removed the remote mirrors and I don't have those anymore. And at the time of editing this video, I also don't have those Western style mirrors that you see in the video now either. I've actually changed those out for some nice chrome flag mirrors, which you'll see in the next video. So just to bring up to speed, I've used Hammerite's red oxide primer. I've done 2 coats on the floors alone, both front, back, both sides. Now, we've also done the sound deadening in both the doors now. So what's left to do is put the sound deadening on the floors, the back, and the front. So I want to address this back wall because I know most of you are looking at that going, that's not right. And as most of you know, the key, what I think is the key before you lay your sound deadening out is to prep your surface areas. That's what I think is a very good idea. It's the same with painting, you know, to get a good paint result, it's all in the prep. It's all in the prep. But in this case, and it's just this section here, I just wanted to address, I've tried everything to try and get this glue gunk fluff off. I've tried chiseling, I've tried using brake cleaner, I've tried using WD-40, I've tried using like some strong glue remover, and it's just so time consuming. Only tiny little bits come off at a time. Yes, there's products that I could buy, there's things that I could get. There's, you know, I could spend a lot more time trying to get this stuff off so it's a nice, clean, fresh area. But the thing that I see, and this is, I see comments on Instagram, comments on YouTube, time and time again, that people just, they haven't registered. I've said this so many times. Everything that I'm doing is on a budget. I cannot speak for Matt, but everything I do has to be on a budget. And what we're doing right now is on a time crunch. I've only got 2 days off. It makes sense to just take everything out and go at my own pace and not mess up and not rush things. So it kind of has to be done right now. I don't have time to wait for Amazon products to arrive, and I don't have the time to sit and chisel away for hours and hours and hours at something that nobody's going to see anyway. We're going to put the sound deadening on the surface area. Nobody's going to know that this looks like this unless you've watched this video. Let's get cracking. So for this part of the installation, I'm going to use a Sharpie pen and a pair of scissors. Something else I need to address as well before anybody starts to comment, oh, you should use a Stanley blade and a big cutting board and all this, that and the other. It's like, I don't have any of those facilities. I'm doing this in my front garden. Look, there's the grass right there. The scissors work really well with cutting this product anyway. Look at that. Absolutely clean and fresh. So don't worry too much about using a Stanley knife. But in this section, I wanted to address, we've got this little pokey out thing here, and we've got an earth and some cables here, some wires that are coming out. I'm guessing these wires are for the fuel gauge. We're going to mark up on our sound deadening where to cut so that we can slot it in nicely. Now you could spend absolutely hours and hours with your tape measure getting everything perfect, but I'm literally just eyeballing that. That's there, and that's our little earth there.
Go at my own pace and not mess up and not rush things.
I'll cut out a little bit there because we've got this sort of arch here, so that should sit nicely in there like that, like so. And then I've also cut out this little piece so that can sit in there like that. Now I know this is not going to look perfect, but at the same time nobody's really going to see this sound deadening. We're not making things pretty, we're making things work. We're on a budget, we're on a time crunch. Enough talking, let's just get this thing done.
At my own pace and not mess up and not rush things.
O'clock at night. I'm still going, but to be honest, this is when I tend to get a lot of the stuff done, is when everybody else is in bed and I can just crack on, you know. Does anybody else feel like that? It seems such a shame to cover up all this beautiful untouched, sun-kissed mountain green paint, but it's all in the name of having a nice, quieter cabin. So obviously it's the next day now. Like I said before, none of this looks absolutely perfect. Some of it looks like that's a bit rough, but there's a reason behind this genius. So obviously the sound deadening came in like a box of or pre-cut rectangular shapes, and I wanted to use as much as I could. I didn't want to have any offcuts that I was just throwing away. So what I was doing was obviously using the sheets for big areas, and then any little offcuts that I had, I would put into certain, areas just to use up the product. I don't want to be throwing away product. I'm being very frugal. So that's why it may look rough.
And not mess up and not rush things.
But the main thing is the area is covered, and I used as much product as I could without throwing it away. So that's the reason why. I've left this area here free because the truck did actually come with like a little rubber piece that I'm going to be putting back. And then I'm going to cover over that with the super liner foam roll. So this is all going to be custom cut out now. I did use a pair of your normal kitchen scissors to cut the sound deadening, and I'm going to use the same scissors to cut the foam roller. I know a lot of people tend to use the Stanley blade, but I find that I'm able to get more precise cutting without butchering the product as well with just a pair of scissors. Let's get cutting and laying the super liner. Little cheeky knock test. So as you can see, we ran out of the 6mm Dodomat super liner. So Dodomat kindly reached out and sent us 12mm super liner. So let's have a look what we've got. Instead of it being on a roll, we've got some rectangular shapes. 10 sheets of the 12mm super liner. This is gonna allow us to finish sound deadening the truck. This is, this is plenty. Right, let's finish this thing. All right, we're back outside in my official painting booth. I've just been doing some touch-ups with the dash, and I'm going to be painting that in a second as well. I was just doing that. Oh, check out this, by the way. Look at that. My buddy Rodney 3D printed that little vent for me. This is where you can see I ran out of the foam. This is the 6mm foam. And you can see where I started to run out. Ideally, I wanted to go along the dash as well, behind the dash. So yeah, we're going to use the 12mm foam that Dodomat sent and just basically fill in the blanks. Again, I'm just going to use scissors if I need to cut anything. And remember, if you are planning on using this stuff, please do be aware that if you touch this sticky stuff, you will have black stuff all over your hands for the rest of the day. Here's the shape that I've just cut out. Just cut that little groove out. So that will go in there, like that. See the little cutout groove allocated for this sill? The inner sill. And we just peel that off and stick that bad boy. See what I mean by all the black stuff on your hands? It is a brand new day. I had to get a new phone holder because the other one snapped, and this one is absolutely atrocious. So I apologize. Hopefully you don't get seasick from watching this. A new phone holder is on the way. This is basically a sound test. Now we've fully sound deadened the truck. Everything is screwed in. We're going to go for a sound test now using the same recording device, the same route that we went on, and we're just going to go for it. Just try and use your ears rather than look at this video, because it will be very shaky, and I do apologize about that. Let's see. Let me know in the comments below if you can hear the difference from before and after. Again, I apologize for the shakiness of this video. It's very important that we use the same recording device to compare before and after with the sound testing. So I'm going to shut up now. Here is completely sound deadened using Dodomat's products in the truck. I should also say all the windows are up, so I'm sweating my tits off right now because it is very, very hot outside. Now we've still got a little bit of rumble because we need to make a few adjustments to the exhaust. Other than that, this sounds great. Let's flip back to before without sound deadening. And after. So this is a massive improvement. I think the Dodomat sound deadening has made a massive, massive difference. I don't know about you. I don't know what it looked like on the video yet. We'll have to watch it back. Please let me know in the comments below what your thoughts are, given the little experiment we just did where we listened to the before and after. Do you think it made a difference? I think it does. And I think there's got to be some sort of element to keeping the heat in as well. So maybe I'm talking bollocks about that, but it does feel like it's slightly warmer, less echoey. So I think the sound deadening is a massive, massive tick. They get an absolute seal of approval from us here at Old Volks Home. Let me know what you guys think at home. Leave a little comment below. Have you used this product before? Are you thinking of using sound deadening? I'd like to thank Dodomat for sponsoring today's video and the future video when we use the sound deadening with Matt's T4. So thank you to Dodomat. We'll leave links in the description below so you can have a look at their website and have a look at the products that they have to offer. Just for reference, if you'd like to use the same products we used for your truck or vehicle that you've got, we used the Dodomat prep spray. We used the roller that they provided as well, which worked a treat. They supplied us with the Hex Deaden and the 6 and 12 millimeter super liner. Now they've also sent us some thermo liner, which we're going to use on Matt's T4 in a future video, so make sure you check that out. Yeah, those are the products that we used in today's video. Again, let us know what you think in the comments below. If you'd like to get in touch with us and perhaps ask some questions that we didn't answer in today's video, feel free to message us on Instagram. We'd be happy to offer any help we can. And I'd like to make a very small announcement. We are launching our online store on the 2nd of June. So if you're watching this in the future, it's probably already launched, and we are now selling t-shirts just like this, which I think is very, very cool. Check out the little Old Volks detail there on the tailgate. This is just one of many designs that we have created just for the Volkswagen owners and enthusiasts, so please do check it out. We'll leave links in the description below as well for our online store. We'd appreciate any support. Any purchases made from the website go straight back into our YouTube channel, so we really appreciate your support. We're really excited about this launch. We've got some really cool designs that we've had professional illustrators make, and I've actually designed some myself, so really excited to share those with you. Remember, the 2nd of June is our website launch, and we'd really love for you to be a part of it. Just if you could just visit the website and tell us what you think, that would be great. But yeah, until then, thank you for watching today's video. If you enjoyed it, if you got anything out of it, please hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to our channel if you're brand new here, and please do share it with your Volkswagen friends as well. We appreciate it. And this iPhone holder absolutely sucks. Apologies for that, but we'll see you in a brand new video next week. Thanks for watching, guys. Enjoy the rest of your day. Oh, and we forgot to say goodbye to Matt. Matt, wherever you are, goodbye.
Bye everybody.
We'll see you in the next video.